I'm Fox 4 certified meteorologist Katie Walls. It's the peak of hurricane season, but you may have noticed the tropics have been rather quiet. There hasn't been any active storm since August 28th. The last time we had this much of a lull this time of year was 33 years ago, right after Hurricane Andrew. I reached out to Dr. Phil Klotzbach, senior research scientist at Colorado State University on Wednesday, the climatological peak of hurricane season, about what's going on and what isn't.
We have one tropical cyclone. It's in the southern hemisphere, which is crazy because southern hemisphere season is basically in the off season. So it's weird for September 10th. It's not just the Atlantic. Everywhere is quiet right now.
The main reason behind the lull, Dr. Klotzbach blames strong vertical wind shear, or how winds change in direction and speed as you go higher up. Storms need low wind shear to develop, but that hasn't been the case lately, especially in the eastern Atlantic.
But right now, we do actually have fairly enhanced vertical wind shear, so it's stronger than normal. We have what we call basically a tropical upper tropospheric trough, so an area of low pressure high up in the atmosphere, and that tends to lead to strong shear.
That's why last week's disturbance in the Atlantic that had a high chance of forming on Thursday fizzled out by Saturday. But Dr. Klotzbach and his tropical forecasting team at Colorado State University aren't expecting these conditions to last.
But overall, the vertical wind shear that's being forecast as we get later into September, early October is much lower than what we currently have.
As we move into the second half of hurricane season here in Southwest Florida, pay especially close attention to what's developing in the Caribbean and Gulf, the starting point of Florida's past several major hurricanes this time of year, including Ian, Helene, and Milton.
And over 50% of Caribbean storms that form in the Caribbean during the hurricane season do so in October and November. So the Caribbean really tends to be busy late. That's because the waters are very warm. The shear tends to stay low there later in the season, so it becomes kind of a breeding ground for late season storms.
As we head into the second half of September, we'll be closely keeping an eye on development in the eastern Atlantic, especially with lower wind shear expected. So that area near the Cabo Verde Islands will hold a higher probability of further formation. But also closer to home, we'll be closely monitoring what could form in the northwestern Caribbean as well as the southern Gulf. In the studio, I'm Fox 4 certified meteorologist Katie Walls.